Hi, and welcome to Learnyst, and welcome to the video of ABC of content creation, which is mic, light, camera, and action. It's really important to understand these basics because it might be your very first time of recording the videos or getting started with the content creation process, whether for social media or for selling your online courses. Setting up can be really a daunting process, but I don't want you to face those problems. I've been recording content for probably more than 12 years now, and I know a bits and pieces about it. I've been doing this regularly for 12 years. And I want to hold your hands so that I can walk you through with the process so that you don't make the mistakes that usually people make. And this whole video will walk you through with the easy way of figuring out what to do and especially what not to do and how to get started with the content creation journey. I'm pretty sure you're going to enjoy this video and are going to have an absolute clarity about how to get started with the content creation process. So let's go ahead and walk through with the screen part of it. Content creation. Everybody wants to do content creation, but a lot of people have doubts in their mind that should I be doing it? Will people love my content or will absolutely hate it? Will there be anybody who will buy my content or not? Let me tell you the fact. There are a lot of people on this planet Earth, and you can teach them something. Everybody knows some skill and you can just transfer that skill and charge for it. And there is a whole wide variety of the content that you can create. It doesn't really need to be just teaching UPSC or chartered accountant or coding classes. You can teach people physics. You can teach them how to solve a maths problem of a 5th class. You can teach them proper yoga. You can teach them music classes. Anything can be taught. And remember, there are always some people who would love to have the hand holding and want precise and guided content, just like you're watching this video. There is already enough of content on YouTube, but still you prefer to watch this video because you thought this video will give me value and precise content. That's the secret of content creation. It needs to add value in the student's life, and it needs to be a very guided and precise path so that at the end of the course or at the end of the video, there is some outcome and they learn something, just like you're about to learn about mic, lights, camera, and action part of it. So go ahead and always don't hesitate. Go ahead and create your very first content. There is always enough of audience who would love to have your content and will appreciate you. You just have to stick it for a little bit longer. Now, once you get started with the content creation part of it, you need to go ahead and set up the things. And yes, I know that's a daunting process. Which camera to buy, which mic to buy. And the first step is usually, hey Tish, recommend me a camera which I need to buy to start creating the content process. And that's where things go absolutely wrong. You shouldn't be looking forward to buy your first camera. Instead, you should be looking forward to get started with the first thing of the content creation, which is mic or the microphone. Content creation, the secret of it is the mic needs to be really good. And you can buy absolutely expensive mic, but if you don't keep it as close as I'm keeping it, it's not going to work well. The secret of the mic is it can be not really expensive, but you need to keep it in your close proximity so that it can actually pick up your voice. And people can go through with decent video, but they cannot go through and watch any video which has crappy audio. So my recommendation is, in case you're looking forward to buy something for the content creation journey, go ahead and invest in microphone. It is going to give you absolute great return, and these microphones have really long shelf life. The microphone that I bought 8 years ago, the Blue Yeti, still works. We still use it and produce absolute great quality mics and audio. So for this, I have a couple of recommendations. Depends on what is your budget and how much you want to invest, and some cautions as well. I'll walk you through with that. So first of all, I have written some of the mic name here, but you can just search them up here. And the first mic that I would suggest you is the Shure mics. These are little on the expensive side, but they work really well. One of the mic which recently came out is this one, Shure MV7 Plus, and I'm pretty sure there will be more coming up. This is a decently expensive mic, around 30,000, and yes, I know this is a lot of budget, but this mic serves really well. It's a long shelf, long-lasting mic, but I can understand it can go really over the board. What I really want to mention, this is a mic which is kind of a plug and play mic. You might have also seen in some of the podcasts these kinds of mic, Shure SM7B, legendary microphone in all the podcasts, but this microphone doesn't work alone. It requires additional hardware to buy and to work with any software that you're using. So stay cautious when you're buying such mics because sometimes they require additional hardware to buy like XLR cables, an interface, and it can really rack up the bill. What I recommend if you're just getting started as the journey, of course, if you have budget, go ahead and overboard with these mics. But if you're just getting started, the Blue Yeti is still a great microphone. Definitely it costs 10,000 rupees, but I would say it's worth the investment and it's worth the shelf life. And my microphone is still working off the Yeti, so I'm pretty sure it's not going to go anywhere for 5-6 years. It's a tried and tested mic. So this is the one, and the best part is it's a USB mic. You can just plug and play it, and your software, any software that you're using for video recording, it's going to work absolutely fine with that. Now, apart from this, once you're done with this, there is another option which is little expensive, but the quality of the microphone increases exponentially with this one. Rode NT USB Plus. Again, it's a USB mic, so no additional hardware is required. It works nicely. So go ahead and pick up any of the microphone that you're looking up for. And these are not the only microphone. There are others as well, which might range up to 2,000 rupees to 5,000 rupees. But my goal is that, hey, go ahead and invest in microphone that is going to serve you in the long run. So that should be your only purchase if you're just looking forward to get started with the content. Now, yes, a lot of microphone which comes with your Apple or your Android devices, they are also decent. If you have nothing and no budget, of course, choosing them is always a good option, but at least have some microphone. Your laptop camera or your Apple camera, the MacBook camera and the mic, the camera part is okay, but the mic is not really that great. People will not appreciate your content if you're shooting directly from a MacBook microphone. It's not really a great idea. Coming back, the next step is you might want to go ahead and invest into a camera. For the very first 3 years of my content creation journey, I have recorded all of the content just from a webcam. 1080p webcam, that's it. And yes, the secret behind having a good video is the light, not the camera. You can go away absolutely fine with just the webcam. Of course, if you invest more in heavy duty cameras, that serves really well. The audio and the video is very clear and it goes really nice, but you don't need that in the initial phase of the journey. The secret is the light. In my early days of the career, I have had my recording setup just in front of the window. There is no bigger light source than the sun. So if you can utilize that, that's always the best thing. If you cannot, just go ahead and lit up your room like anything. Right now, my room is so much lit up that after recording this video, I have to turn off the light. Yes, you need that much of the light. Camera takes very less light. What you see from the eyes, it's really bright. But what you see from the camera perspective, it's dark. So you need to invest a lot in the light. If you cannot invest or don't want to invest, use sun. That is your best friend. The sun should be facing right in your face, and that's the best way. So if you want to invest, the next step is light, not the camera. Once you're done with this or you're done with the webcam, even the MacBook webcams these days are really nice if you accompany them with the light source. So go ahead and get the light. Couple of companies that you can go for this is Godox, Amaron, or any other light that is also going to work. If you can just set up a tube light or LEDs, that is also decent, but my recommendation is sun. Try to use that as much as. Once you're done with this, pick up any camera. Any camera, decent lens would be good enough. You don't need to think about it. Once you start getting too friendly with the cameras, you will find yourself enough with the videos to make the purchase decision. So I would say go ahead and get started. The next step is record. In order to record yourself, you need some of the softwares. Some of the software which are OBS, which is free, and you can just use it and create scenes in that. There is no shortage of these camera recordings. There are plugins for Chrome that are available. Softwares like Loom is available. ScreenFlow is one software which comes for the Mac. Camtasia is one software which comes for Mac and Windows both. And there are so many others as well. OBS is free software which you can use to record screen recording as well as these camera recordings. All of these things you can do with that. Loom is also a pretty great solution. And apart from this, ScreenFlow is a dedicated Mac software. Camtasia works with the Windows and with the Mac as well, but it's a paid software. And again, depends on how much budget you have. I highly recommend to get started with just the ScreenFlow. Even to till this date, I record a lot of my YouTube videos just with the OBS. And yes, it's that great. I have gathered around over 1 million of subscribers just with the OBS and few software. So I think you can also do that. So that's it. That's your strategy to get started, all the gear information that you wanted to know, and that's it. The whole idea is to get started. So focus on getting started. This is the only video that you need to watch for the gear. You can go in the rabbit hole of YouTube of finding more and more gears, but honestly, you don't need to do that. That's it for this video. Hope this information was useful for you. And if this was useful for you, go ahead and check out the next video where we'll discuss more about the content creation.